Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a match of the Wind Waker 80% No MSS Tournament 2022 named WaveCrash. This is loser bracket round 2 and the deciding race between PK Slam and zhor2000. Commentators for this are Minimi352 and EJ125. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. I have just woken up, but I'm ready to go. It seems that our runners are ready for whenever they can start the race room.
Should be starting soon.
Yeah, they made the race room on their own, so once they can both ready up.
Yeah, this was a bit of a last-minute restream, but we got here.
Okay, yeah, it's starting now. That's neat. Alright.
Alright, in best part, we get a 5-minute intro cutscene.
Yeah. I guess we can explain things. I've been commentating a lot of matches recently. Well, not like super recently, but like all of the ones that have happened last time. So I've created a system of explanations. Although now I have a partner, so I don't know how this will go now. My system's all out of whack.
God, I'm sorry. How does your system go?
I think I started explaining some I started explaining things a lot earlier for storage. To save us the nightmare of explaining storage, double storage, and chest storage all at once.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, we're off. But yeah, it's just a 5-minute intro cutscene, as we said. The race has started.
Yeah, this is a tournament. This is our no manual super swim tournament. It's a best of 3 double elimination. And currently this is game 3 between these two. I didn't get to watch them, but I guess yesterday they had 2 races and they went 1-1.
Yeah, yesterday, they did 2 races and 1-1 each, so this could go either way. So PK, his PB is a 1:19, and zhor's PB is a 1:26. So a bit of a gap, but there is a lot of stuff that can happen during this run, so as happened yesterday, zhor could pull ahead.
Wait, was the 24 Mirth try the one that he won or that he lost?
That was one he lost.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, so any percent, no manual super swim. Manual super swim is basically a really difficult trick that is done at the very beginning of most runs. And well, it's just very difficult, so in terms of like races and tournaments, it kind of makes sense to not do it, because you don't want to just lose your run at the very beginning to an insanely difficult trick. So this is the category we're doing, and it also bans a couple other really difficult tricks like Pub Again and Skip and Actor Unloading, but the main thing is no manual super swim, which means we're going to be going through the intro just as intended.
Yeah, we do not allow our epic intro skip for this one.
That too.
Because we do have one, but just to avoid further complications that could happen, like, I don't know, runners forgetting to set it up, both runners not agreeing to which one they're using, it's just easier to not allow it. Plus, it doesn't really make sense in a race setting. You're not going to reset anyways.
Yeah. It does mean we have to find stuff to talk about for 5 more minutes, though.
Maybe we should explain storage now, except not really, because then it just doesn't happen for another, 30 minutes.
Yeah, so this is a tournament. We're pretty far in the tournament at this point, actually. We're like over halfway through. So yeah, we got some more races coming soon.
It's ran pretty smoothly so far.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Well, maybe not surprisingly, I don't know. I feel like we've been pretty on top of it, but
Yeah, this is the first time we've done a big tournament for Wind Waker. So, I'm very new to this, but like basically me and EJ are the ones who have set this up and it's gone pretty well.
is the DQ for that one match official?
I think so, yeah.
Tragic, we failed.
Dragoneer was just too busy, could not make his match.
This is why high school sports are a trap, Minnie. They don't let you speedrun. Also, why is he doing 2? Crazy.
I don't know. I do 0.
I did 1, and I would always flake because I would rather hang out with my friends or play video games.
You Americans always with your high school sports.
And look
It's
where that
not
got
a
me.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a choice. I was forced to.
What the fuck?
My dad was like, "You will play sports."
Dang.
And because of him, I could not become a breakout Wind Waker star quick enough.
Yeah,
Can't believe it.
thanks a lot, Dad.
But yeah, we're about to get control. It's 5 minutes and 12 seconds, approximately, when control happens.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason they don't advance the text, then
It
I guess
is
it's
pretty
later.
difficult. Pressing A and B. Okay. They've done their first text box. Insane.
Because they're not doing manual super swim, they're going to be doing like the introductional area or tutorial area, which is Outset Island. We're not skipping this. It's pretty straightforward because we don't really have any means to do any crazy tricks anyways. Our glitches are speedrun tactics, so for the most part it's going to be pretty vanilla, just running through it, obviously as fast as possible. And you will see some small optimizations that may or may not be apparent to a casual viewer. That'll save some time though.
Yeah, so just going over to Grandma to get the hero's clothes. I'm trying to do some frame perfect rolling here, because I believe you have 2 frames to do a roll where you'll keep full speed, but then if you spend like more than 2 frames in between rolls, then you'll lose a bunch of speed.
I feel like I never thought about that in this game until TP. I feel like the 2 frame just makes such a huge difference to where it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just bad at realizing all my rolls are bad.
I think you also don't lose as much speed. Like in TP, you lose a bunch of speed if you miss frame perfect rolls, but in this game it's like not that much speed and it only takes like 2 rolls to get back up to full speed. But when you're just on outset and there's not much other stuff to optimize, it matters.
Yeah, I feel like the upper echelon of runners have really good outsets because they just taken it to that level.
Right here we see some tech called a save warp. We save the game and reset, and it takes us closer to where we want to be, which is back up here.
Yeah, it'll be another mini cutscene, and then soon we'll see our very first really fast speedrun trick. Assuming that one of them gets it, hopefully. I haven't gotten it in like 50 runs.
Same. I can't do it.
When I ran one of the dumb categories I was running recently, I would have to fight Orca and I would purposely just not go for it to not get angry.
Alright, using our telescope to look at this bird guy. Activate another cutscene. Oh my god, there's a bigger bird guy.
Wow. We'll probably fight him later. Oh, I realized, for our potential bug limit hundo thing, we can't even do Helm Rock skip, right? I just had that saved. Although I did kind of want to learn it.
You should. I did it in one of my races for this tournament against Gob.
Damn, that's BM, dude. You just swagged on him.
Alright, so this is Tetra. She's a pirate. And is now in that forest. Yeah, gotta go save her. But to do that, we need a sword.
Yeah, there's trees and a giant invisible wall on those trees.
Yeah, these trees, they, there you go.
Oh, I wasn't
showing
even
it off.
talking about that one, but that was crazy. I was talking about the actual invisible wall that,
I'm talking about these trees.
that like stops you from going forward, even if you could get past the trees.
And just like that, PK is ahead again. So this is Orca sword training. You want to do some specific directions on the control stick to get... This is interesting. To get specific combos. PK messed it up a bit there.
I think he accidentally did on the second one instead of the third hit.
Yeah. And then after a few of these combos, there's going to be the parry. And parry is where like you hold target and then you press A at a specific time to do like a cool attack. And if you press A within a 2-frame window, we'll see PK go for it. He was too early there. And Zor, I think, was too late. Dang. But if you press A within a 2-frame window, then you can do both parries like really quickly within each other instead of having to wait.
I think, well, you'll see that Zor had to wait, but I think because PK went early, unless he went like super early, you might have seen him go get 2 quick ones anyways, but he still messed up initially. But that's what it would look like.
Yeah. And just like that, Zor is ahead again.
Wow.
See, anything could happen this race.
Yeah. Although we shouldn't see huge deviations until,
and just like that, PK is ahead again.
Wait, what happened? I wasn't paying attention.
Zor just like messed up the save wall.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, for the most part, this will be a pretty, like, nothing crazy, pretty vanilla run through, minus speedrun optimizations, until like Wind Waker, where glitches will finally start happening. So it should stay pretty close, and then after that, there'll be more room for mistakes to make gaps. Although, when we get to the end, we'll see that it potentially just might not matter who was ahead, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. Yeah, so with like pretty much any Wind Waker speedrun that does glitches, the goal is basically get the Wind Waker, and then you can break the game. But without the manual super swim, getting the Wind Waker takes about half an hour.
Yeah, now we're in Forest of Fairies. First, we're gonna grab this secret red rupee.
Yep.
Wow, we need that for later. We need rupees to buy the sail. It's the only thing we need it for, and it's 80 rupees. But luckily, in this category, it's not that hard to get 80 rupees pretty consistently. And now we'll see the second biggest optimization, which is the Bokoblin fight. Hopefully, we'll see them go for a certain combo that kills them really quick. I don't think either went for it in particular. No. At least like the main way to do it.
They didn't go for it.
Although the fights were fast, but yeah, they definitely spaced their slashes properly to like try to make it fast.
Yeah, so they were just trying to like hit both of them at the same time with their slashes. There is like a specific set of control stick inputs you can do where you do like a full combo and every slash of the combo hits both of them and it's really fast.
And now we have some text for like 2 minutes, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what happened in the last 2 races. I know one of them, the one that Zor lost, he got sent to the Shadow Realm at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened in the one that PK lost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PK was like gonna win anyway on the one that Zor lost.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I think Zor said that PK just finished when he was like on his second morph attempt or something.
I'm gonna go take a look if I can find anything.
Yeah, here's Link's sister. Hopefully she doesn't get kidnapped by this bird.
I don't know what happened, but at least looking at the VOD, PK lost like 3 minutes on bombs and another 2 minutes on leaf. So maybe he had to do what's it called, great fish for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, we are nearing the end of Outset Island. Just got the rest of this cutscene and then go to get the shield from Grandma, and then we can leave.
Oh no, he has Endless Night. I don't know what happened, but he had to do great fish. Huh.
Rip.
Well, that sucks. I think that's the second time that's happened in this tournament, maybe, other than people intentionally going for it, because I think someone
I
would.
think Aloha had to do it in one race.
JWIS had to do it in one of our races against each other.
Was it Aloha? I think it was Aloha. I seem to remember Aloha doing it.
Speaking of Aloha, did you see his tweet?
I haven't.
He was attempting unbuffered in HD and gained some speed actually. Although I don't know how much he's actually doing it or if it's actually feasible.
No, dude.
Although I feel like a Wii U control stick would snap in half way quicker.
Yeah. Like, I want to learn unbuffered for this game, but I'm not doing it on my main controller.
I unfortunately did, and it's sad because I need to replace. I can't replace the stick box because it has like the perfect DSS in my opinion, but I do want to replace the control stick because it's so beat up. Although don't do unbuffered, it's not fun.
I don't know. Just seeing Aloha's consistency with it makes me think I can do the same.
Seeing his consistency makes me think I could do it. Although I have sometimes I am consistent, although it hasn't been in forever. But the time save is so tempting.
Yeah.
It's like over 2 minutes.
Oh, both runners failing to jump off that ledge.
They both tried to jump slash over that fence.
Yeah. And
So,
we are leaving Outset forever, never to come back.
both below 16 times. Ideally, you get sub 16, but things happen.
Yeah, not an amazing outset from either runner, but that's fine.
No, grass cutter is holding a weapon and swinging it.
Oh god.
That's crazy.
So
I learned
little kid.
recently that getting double started with him, you have to like wait for him to stop cutting the grass before you could talk to him. It's stupid. I never knew that.
Nice.
Now we'll do spoils bag. We don't need spoils bag, like itself. We just need it to progress the story.
Yeah.
Just kind of annoying.
We don't really need anything from the intro. Like, the telescope, we don't need it. The shield, we don't need it. The sword, we kind of need it, but like we get one in FF1 anyway.
Yeah, also the spoils bag is just annoying because it leads to potential time loss. Because enemies drop spoils now, and should you grab one on accident, you have to like go through the whole get item text, which for the first time takes quite a bit.
It's pretty cool. But in order to get the spoils back, we gotta do some platforming. Which is pretty easy, but also pretty easy to mess up if you do something wrong.
Yeah, this is ropes 1. Because there is another one, but this is the first one. Although you don't really see this one that often, barring like this category. And I guess Hondo does this, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you would normally skip this with manual Super Swim.
Hopefully none of them mess it up. The trickiest jump is probably to the third. Oh, what the? Well, you know, speak of
gosh.
the devil. That was a pretty unfortunate way to fail it. Kind of dumb, even from like a casual standpoint. You can even swing past it, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll ignore that. You kind of just want to mash A, like as you're trying to grab it, because usually that will make sure you get a jump that doesn't overshoot. But I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, but there you go, Zora's ahead. And what is MSS? MSS is manual super swim. It's a trick that we normally do at the start of a run, to swim from outset all the way to Dragon Roost, to skip all of this stuff. But it's really hard, so we're not doing it in the tournament.
It's the pausing a million times one.
Yeah. Okay, doing another save warp. And now we are outside of Forsaken Fortress on the pirate ship.
That was a good ladder. Actually, I wasn't paying super attention, but I think that was a good ladder climb.
It was decent. PK's was pretty good.
Well. Yeah. I don't know if Zor will go for the not yet mentioned trick.
Yeah, so Forsaken Fortress is like a stealth section, and there are these lights, these searchlights that like kind of move around on a cycle. There you go, you can see them on Zor's screen. And in Forsaken Fortress, we want to avoid those searchlights, obviously, to not get caught. And those searchlights, you can see them moving during this cutscene, and they're actually moving. So their cycle begins as soon as you load from that save warp. So everything the runners are doing between loading in from that save warp and getting to the lights matters for the cycle. So this text mashing, climbing that ladder, all of that, the cycle is still going. And if they do all of this really fast, then you can make an early cycle on the lights and save like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think PK for sure goes for it. I don't know about Zor. Yeah, it's about to happen. There'll be a little bit more cutscene and a little bit more text, and then we'll see them maneuver towards some red rupees.
Again, we need 80 rupees to buy the sale, and there are just 2 free red rupees here.
Yeah, so basically we're trying to get through this as fast as possible. Conveniently, we lose and get our sword back. Yeah, we could get a sword even if we didn't have one here. And also, we're getting the Gossip Stone, which doesn't seem important, but it kind of is, because it sets some flags, and TLDR to let us get the bombs later.
Yeah. Yeah, so after these text boxes, they're gonna roll up these stairs, try and get some red rupees, and if they're fast, they can make it to the next set of stairs before the searchlights get them.
Seems like... Oh, no, wait. No, it seems like Zora's didn't get it, or didn't go for it. Whoa, he's going in between. That's crazy.
Oh, that was wild.
And PK going for early lights. I think the light's a little bit quick. I don't think he's going to be able to do the full thing. I guess his movement and text mashing beforehand wasn't the best.
Yeah, so we got the red rupees, but wouldn't have been able to make it to everything else.
Could have maybe made the corner if he went the other way, but it still was pretty close. I don't blame him for stopping.
And then Zor just did window jump, which we'll see PK do here, where you get an angle and jump towards this window and can just land in it. The reason we want to go here is to kill this bokoblin, which seems random, but this will disable his searchlight, and this one searchlight we absolutely have to disable, otherwise we just can't avoid it later. The other two are not important.
Bokoblin's owning Zora right now.
Having some...
Oh
my god.
No.
Use the shield.
What does that do in this case? I actually don't know.
It knocks his stick out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like there's the gossip stone trigger we avoid. Like
Yeah,
that's what it says. It's like, hey, you
I
can
had
use your
no
shield.
idea. Well, unfortunately, I don't think. Well, first of all, we're probably delayed slightly, but secondly, I don't think Zor is probably not even listening. But
Uh,
that's I did not know that.
that
Although
is unfortunate.
in MSS, I guess you don't have, or MSS runs, you don't have shield here anyways. But that's interesting to know.
Yeah. So Zor just threw away his weapons by accident. Never seen that before.
Having some trouble with the movement here. Usually you can do some movement so that the Calvin always at least follows you and hits you once. What it does after is kind of still at the mercy of the game, but usually it's not too bad. As you can
Yeah.
see, when he's not, ideally you knock them off the ledge, like what PK did, because they die immediately, hopefully.
There you go.
But if you don't, the stick does so little damage, and also if you knock a Bokoblin down, you just lose so much time because you can't damage it while it's getting up.
Alright. You see PK going past these moblins, he's putting on the barrel and then taking it off at a specific time. And basically, when they made the game, they made it so that when you take the barrel off, the moblins still have reduced vision for a bit. Just so like casual people don't get caught immediately after taking the barrel off. But we can abuse that a lot and just run straight past them.
Yeah, we'll see Zor do it one more time, and it might be a little more apparent right here if you didn't see it the first time.
Yeah, so he puts on the barrel, takes it off, and then they just become blind.
And PK pretty much done, gets his sword back, and we'll fight the boss of this area.
Yeah, big scary boss. A green goblin.
Now there'll be a bit of cutscene. This should be like the last. Well, there's still more cutscenes later, but this is the most annoying one in my opinion.
This is like the last super long one for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this cutscene, we'll be on Windfall. Just get the sail, and then sail to Dragon Roost, get the Wind Waker, and once we have the Wind Waker, we can break open the game. And then the run is basically just go around the overworld, collect all the items we need, which are bombs, Deku Leaf, and a quiver, and then head to the end of the game, basically.
I feel like I've never seen someone side hop into the trigger like that. It looked weird. The cutscene. Yeah, it's pretty much broken into 3 segments. There's like the outset introduction, or I guess like up to Wind Waker, and then there's the item collecting hunt speedrun section with like a bunch of super swims, and then there's endgame, which is just like Hyrule and Ganon's Tower. And they kind of like are all different enough in their own way, because I guess one you don't have Wind Waker, the second one you do, and the third one you just don't super swim anymore. So kind of
Yeah.
unique parts of each part of the run. Oh, let me see. Oh, if Zor responded to that, then maybe you learned the secret knowledge that Minnie said about the shield thing. I didn't know that before he said
Yeah.
that. That's
It's like
crazy.
how you're meant to do it casually, I guess, even though there are other parts.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done that before. And now PK's on Windfall, and his main objective right now is just to get the sail and immediately sail to Dragon Roost, and that's where we get the Wind Waker. Nothing really special here, just grabbing the remaining rupees, getting the sail, and then dipping immediately. And I guess that's where the game's going to kind of break open. And not only are we going to see storage, but we're going to immediately see like 2 pretty complicated applications of storage.
Yeah.
So storage, I guess also photosensitivity warning. It'll start in about like 3 minutes, and it will last probably for like 20, 30 minutes. Once we get to
Yeah.
Hyrule, there'll be no more super swims, but until that happens, it's going to be like nonstop super swims. So storage, it's too complicated for the sake of explanation in like a place like this. Um, but to put it simply, storage is a pretty unique glitch that can just have weird interactions with varying events. And we can abuse that fact. There's a lot of applications, and how you get storage is you do a Wind Waker dive, which is just pulling the Wind Waker while grabbing a ledge with certain, I guess, characteristics of that ledge or the surrounding area that'll let you dive, do a Wind Waker dive, which is having the Wind Waker out while falling. And if you cancel that Wind Waker dive 3 frames before hitting the ground, you will get storage. And then the next time you, I guess, interact with specific events, it could have some interesting effects, and we'll see that soon.
Yeah. It's by far the most powerful glitch in the game.
Yeah, we'll see cutscene skips, we'll see super swims, we'll see chest storage.
Yeah, chest
Pretty
storage, super swims, cutscene skips. There are other applications. I don't know if we do anything else in this run.
I don't think so. And also, one thing to note, it's very important the runners don't reload the overworld at all until we get bombs.
Yes.
Because when you beat Forsaken Fortress, the very first time when you are exiting this string of cutscenes, you're put on the layer 0 of the overworld for some reason. And that's pretty unique and useful because for some reason on layer 0, the outset pirate ship is still there. And because we got the Gossip Stone earlier, which is the trigger to set the pirate ship to become in the state where you can get bombs, we can just go there and get bombs. It's the quickest way, at least in this category. There are other ways, but it doesn't make sense here. So we're going to see the runners, once they get Wind Waker, immediately, as fast as they can, go to outset and hopefully not mess up. But if either of them are to reload the overworld, would that be a void out, drowning, saving and quitting for some reason, entering a loading zone, the ship will be gone forever, and they'll need to either reset to before FF1 or do the backup, which is Great Fish in a sense. PK's sail pumping, wow.
Oh my god, yeah. Put the sail away, take it out, gives you a little speed boost.
Sail jumping's better, because it's not as annoying to do. And now they're doing sail jumping.
Hey, they heard you.
I think a mix is actually optimal, but I hate sail pumping.
Yeah, I hear optimally you do 2 sail pumps and then jump between. So yeah, just coming to get the Wind Waker. So yeah, again about storage, it's called storage because the next time an event tries to happen, we say that it gets stored, basically like it gets cancelled. So like for example, you get storage and you try to talk to an NPC, then the text box just won't come up. But then next time you pull the Wind Waker out, the text box will then appear. So it's kind of like you stored it and then brought it up again later.
Oh yeah, we also store NPC text here.
Yes. And when you store a text and bring it up, you then have the text on screen while you still have control of Link. And a very useful property of that is that if you then close the text box, it gives you storage back. So what we're about to do here, if you watch PK, is he's going to get storage next to this rock in the background. He's going to store King of Redline's text, and then he's going to get storage again. And then he's going to he's going to use that second storage to activate what's called camera lock. And then he's going to close the text box. And that's going to mean he is in camera lock and then gets storage again, which is going to let him store something else later. So you see he's getting the Wind Waker dive, trying to cancel it frame perfectly. There you go. He talks to King of Redline, so that text box is now stored. Alright, so he just got storage again. Alright, so now he's in camera lock, and this allows him to super swim. So basically, he's holding up on his control stick, and because the camera is locked in front of Link's face, that makes him do a 180-degree turn, and then because when he turns, the camera turns with him, so he just keeps alternating which direction he's facing. And when you keep turning around, you gain a bunch of negative speed. Right, that was a very clean swim.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. And now chest storage. Oh my god.
Oh god.
That was close. So yeah, he had storage that entire time because of double storage. And he was trying to store that chest, which he did do. And I guess we'll explain chest storage in a second. But if you get hit by those electric chews, for some reason the electrocution effect eats a storage. So if he got hit by that, he would have lost storage, and that'd be really bad.
Yeah.
So chest storage is just using storage on a chest, like opening it while you have storage, and it cancels the opening animation. You still get the item eventually. Not super important to talk about, but the more important thing is that because we did chest storage, now our collision is altered. So one, we get a refill and things like this, kind of weird. And two, we can like climb up and clip through things, which we'll see momentarily, which will be useful for the pirate ship. But kind of how that works is that when you open a chest, your collision is altered so that you can climb in visually and grab the item, like when Link does the little animation. Because we canceled it, it never undoes that change, so until we like reload or open another chest, we'll have this effect. And kind of another small caveat, you might be like wondering why it's like dark when you do that. Certain chests have like a dimming effect naturally when you open it. Specifically like chests like the wooden chest, or not the wooden chest, but like the metal wooden chest, I guess, that you just saw, also spiky chests. But like normal standard wooden chests don't have that dimming effect, so you wouldn't have this blind effect. But it goes away once you leave the quadrant.
Yeah, and then using that air refill, basically get infinite air refills, so you can just charge up as much speed as you want. And so PK just swam all the way to outset, and you see the pirate ship is here. How convenient.
Dude, I know what happened to him right there. It's, you ever have the situation where like you thought you held Ellen up and then you didn't?
Yeah.
Like it didn't work and you just like fly. I hate that. It makes no sense. I think that just happened to PK when he was like on the ship.
Yeah. And then because he has chest storage, like we said, it messes with your collision, so if he can get up on the ship, there you go. You can just walk up.
Yeah,
that is thanks to the chest.
Both runners getting to outset safely. Nice. So no backups needed. Whoa, he's just speeding. There also is a chance he'll void out when you come here, just because the game said so. Because this super swims across the entire map. The game gets kind of overwhelmed, I guess, and sometimes it's overwhelmed enough to where it does a safety reload to like fix the game, and that also could just mess you up because then you're off the layer, which is really stupid. Although you'll notice that the runners went to a random platform, the wooden pole and paw print. It's a harder spot to hit than other ones, but it makes the reload less likely. And this is ropes too. Wow.
Yeah, basically, like, if you load too many big islands, then the game just says, nope, there's too much stuff loaded, I'm gonna just reload the world.
PK unfortunately falling. So yeah, this is ropes too. It's just a harder ropes.
Yeah.
It's like the second mini game in casual sense where you get the bombs. So there's no platforms, it's just rope parkour. And you can do it pretty quickly. PK unfortunately fell, although recovered pretty easily. And both of them are pretty close.
Yeah, close race so far. And you'll see that, like, Zhor right now, he's doing a little jump before, like, the actual jump, and it kind of just gives him a little speed boost. So he like, jumps off and then immediately regrabs. That just lets him swing back and forth one fewer time.
Yeah, now they have bombs, so now we're to immediately go get Leaf, which is at Forest Haven. Just to think ahead, we're going to see them do another double storage with an NPC text or a mailbox text, depending on the time of day for them if they didn't go fast enough.
Yeah, I think it's nighttime for PK. Not sure about Zhor. Also, save warping here will put them at Windfall, because that's where the pirate ship's normally meant to be, so the game just assumes you're at Windfall.
Yeah, and we're gonna get double storage because we need that to not soft lock. So usually, There's like big panning camera shots of important islands the first time you're there. And if you go into those with camera lock, usually, which is just like a normal storage super swim, those cutscenes don't end until the panning finishes, but camera lock's kind of greedy and it kind of hogs the camera, so the panning never starts nor finishes, and because that doesn't happen, you'll just soft lock and the cutscene will never end. So by getting double storage, we can have storage in camera lock super swim, so that when we get there, we just eat the cutscene. And you can see that Zhor is daytime, so you use the NPC, and one cool thing is that when you have NPCs off camera, their text doesn't progress, so you have infinite tries in the double storage, because you're limited by the length of the text boxes, as you can see PK. I don't know if he got it first try or not, but he was limited by the 2 text boxes in the mailbox because it was nighttime.
Yeah, because like when you get started, you have to press B to cancel the Wind Waker, but B also advances the text, so it's a bit of a pain. Alright, and there you go. PK swam there, and you saw like the camera kind of did a weird movement. That was him storing the cutscene. And Link kind of just teleported to a different place. Now PK going for a bomb ledge clip. He places a bomb and then like next to the wall, and then tries to climb towards the bomb, and then the game says, hey, you can't be inside this bomb. So it pushes you the other way, but then that just puts you through a wall instead.
Now we're going to see PK damaging down for a hover later.
Yes.
We'll explain that after, because there's also another trick happening right now. So I mentioned that another application of storage is cutscene skips, and we're going to see one right now, hopefully. It's pretty unique. At the end of the day, we're pretty much just using storage so that usually when you have like a loading zone or like a transition, the game or the environment kind of freezes, and with storage, I guess time is still allowed to flow for that brief moment of that transition. I mean, we can utilize that fact to kind of try to cancel the cutscene. So what we're going to see pretty much is the goal is we're going to get storage and then start the cutscene, because there's like the leaf cutscene or the Deku cutscene that plays when you kill these chews normally. And we're going to get crushed during that transition with storage, and then it'll skip the cutscene. One thing here is that we'll get storage first and bonk the tree, and it puts these chews in this weird state where you can't kill them, but they like have some weird like forward momentum towards their facing angle, and also you can push them out of the wall. So PK's gonna get storage, put them in that weird state and get storage again. The second storage is to actually do the cutscene skip. But what's interesting about this is you can push them out of bounds still, the chews, they're over there. And when you do that, they'll fall out of bounds eventually, because eventually there's no more collision at a certain point, and they'll fall into the abyss. And eventually at some point when they fall low enough, they'll actually just unload, and then unloading kind of acts the same as them dying. So we're still killing them, but what this does for us is that technically when we get that last one, we can deliberately time when the cutscene starts by pushing them out at a certain time. And that lets us align it with the Deku Tree's like head bobbing cycle. And if done correctly, what's going to happen is PK is going to push this last chew out, walk towards the Deku Tree's chin, and then get crushed as the cutscene starts. And then if he gets crushed at the right time, he'll skip the cutscene. Having some weird... That's an interesting way to push
Wow.
out the chew.
That was wild.
I don't think I've ever seen specifically that approach. So yeah, he's gonna side hop, hopefully at the right time that looked good, and he's gonna walk towards, making sure to not activate the Gossip Stone, because that'll eat his storage. Yeah. He's gonna set up, and then once the cutscene starts, he'll walk into the chin, like so. That looked good.
Yeah, this should be fine.
And bam,
Yeah.
skip the cutscene. Saves like 50 seconds.
Yeah. And now, you see he has low health. He's about to damage down. He's going to do a glitch called a zombie hover. So basically, when you reach 0 health, there's still like a little window of time where you can still do inputs before a game over activates. And one of those inputs is a jump attack. But then the game cancels it because it says, hey, you're not meant to jump attack, you're dead. But then the game over still doesn't start until you touch the ground. So there's a few frames where Link is falling. And while you're falling, you can do a mid-air jump attack. So you do a mid-air jump attack. And that gets cancelled, and then you just repeat that. So right now he is just mashing the B button and gaining little bits of height with every B press. And you can just go as high as you want.
Seems like Zor didn't get any right shoes.
That is unfortunate.
He opted to reload in the potion shop. Although I don't know, I think he just didn't realize immediately because he went out of his way to push a bunch of shoes
Yeah.
for him. So maybe he didn't realize. But yeah, the setup that we saw PK do only works if you have a right shoe. There are setups for shoes in other spots, but they're not as well known and I guess like as well developed. So usually when there's no right shoes, what that means is either a YOLO attempt from the runner because they probably don't know the setup, or they'll just reload the area. And again, no right shoes.
Oh my god, this guy is so unlucky.
Dang. At this point, it would have been faster just to watch the cutscene, unfortunately.
Yeah, PK got his Deku Leaf. The reason we have to do a zombie hover, by the way, is we don't have the grappling hook. Normally, there's like one part where you need the grappling hook to climb up normally.
Yeah,
Right,
Zor
PK.
having trouble, and PK is doing what Minnie's about to say.
He's basically just gonna do another double storage. This storage spot is really dumb. You have to do it on Beetle, but Beetle kind of bobs up and down, so it's not like consistent. But he's just gonna get double storage. That was pretty fast. Go store a chest on a raft, and then use that to clip into a fairy fountain to get a quiver upgrade.
Yeah, Loa, he got 24 yesterday.
Yes.
Also, I think he has like the documented like actual North World record too, like in general.
Yeah.
It was like, wasn't it like either a higher 20 or like a low 30 something?
It was, I think it was 14 loads, so like 28 or something.
So yeah, he has both actual North World record and the highest North attempt in the tournament, which is unfortunate, I guess.
Yeah. Right, he's just trying to push this last chew out.
I think he needs to be a little more. There you go. So yeah, PK has double storage. It's a refill off of this. That sucks.
Oh.
Wow, wait, he
What
kept
on
his
earth?
speed.
How? How did he
That's
do that?
crazy.
Yeah, let's see if Zor gets the cutscene skip.
Based on his chat message, I'm gonna assume no, but maybe he'll prove me wrong. Ah, that's unfortunate.
That is
Angle was a little
unfortunate.
far right. I think that would have worked. I mean, yeah, PK just clipped through that with chest storage. I don't understand how he kept his speed.
Yeah, he was
But-
like all the way up on that rock and somehow it just didn't fall down.
Yeah, this is the last item we need to get. So this is Quiver. It's just a Quiver upgrade, so this doesn't let us use bow and arrow. However, later we get the light arrows, and that also itself does not let you use bow and arrow, but together it lets you use bow and arrow, so we have to get this beforehand. But now, PK has got all the items, and now he's just going to Forsaken Fortress 2 as fast as he can, because that's the quickest way to get to Hyrule. So he'll do a pretty unique storage here, called peg storage. This is just the only option we have to get off the island. And then we're just gonna go towards Oasis, which is a better island to get storage, but also has a chest, which we'll use for chest storage. This is the most convenient chest to get to.
Yeah.
And this one's gonna be a wooden, like a normal wooden chest, so we won't have the dark. Wait, no, wait,
No, it's not.
it's not. The one that's the wooden chest is the,
The one
last
before
we did.
was-
Yeah.
Right, PK making his way to...
Whoa, he's going the wrong
he-
way.
Yeah, he's going places.
That was Eastern. You don't see that too often.
He is
I think
in
he
town.
should go to the nearest island and just
Yeah.
accept his fate. I think that's, yeah, back to the triangle and then just redo.
Yeah. he got a bit lost.
I think he also just went to like the north side of the island, which is kind of annoying. Wait, no, I might be wrong. I think actually
Yeah,
no,
he
I think
did.
so. Yeah, so that should be kind of annoying too. Also, just swimming off of Triangle Island is stupid.
Yeah, I think he must have seen Triangle Island and thought it was Bomb instead.
Yeah, probably.
Speaking of Bomb, let's see Zor attempt this hover.
Dude, I can't look at people hover. It gives me like stress. I just like assume the worst.
Alright, PK's made it to Triangle.
Whoa,
Not Triangle.
that was
Triangle
some
Oasis.
high water.
It was kind of high.
You don't see that too often.
Zor's hover looks... Oh... Okay.
Are you ahead of me or is it still fine?
It's still fine, he just did a big drop.
Okay, I got scared. See, now PK is gonna store the ho-oh man text and then go get this chest up top. He's gonna like do a nice little jump and leaf up to this ledge without canceling the text. And then... Oh, unfortunate. Dude, I swear, I've been having so much trouble with this and it seems that others are too. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird.
the last race match I had, I failed at every single run. And I've never had problems beforehand. Zor having a little bit of trouble here. He did his more like lenient setup, but with the more lenient setup, the angle on the tree is more annoying. So it takes a little bit longer. Looks like he'll be good though. Unfortunately, PK having more trouble with.
I really don't like that he's hovering without like, okay, without like the camera being lined up, so you can't actually see if you're lined up with the leaf.
Yeah, I like changing my camera. But he seems okay.
He got it.
Damn, that.
Wow.
Those equips are cursed.
PK cannot get up this ledge.
Bombs on X, Wind Waker on Y, and Leaf on Z.
That's messed up.
Nothing's right there, Val. Actually, at any percent, I do put Leaf on Z, but at least for most of it.
PK has made it up the ledge. He stores that chest, and then because he also closed the text box, he gets storage back, so that lets him activate camera lock. And this is another Dark World swim, but shouldn't be too hard to navigate.
Only bombs on X? How is that right? I feel like...
That's messed up.
I feel like even Wind Waker, Z Wind Waker people could understand that that's not normal.
What do you mean, even Z?
I mean, X...
That's where it goes.
I'm an X guy.
Wind Waker goes on Z.
Oh god.
Anyway, PK. Oh, he's in the reef. Hell yeah.
Oh, luckily, yeah, that wasn't that bad actually. I would just, if I were him, I'd just charge or just dip.
I think he should have charged a bit.
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah, he's going nowhere.
But yeah, chest storage. You can just randomly clip into stuff like that, specifically reefs, and we do want to refill off that reef, but getting inside of it's kind of bad because with chest storage you get stuck on a lot of things, so it's just really hard to get out sometimes. Damn, we have 3 runners conversing right now, and they each put Wind Waker on different buttons. Very cool.
PK's kind of right.
I put Wind Waker on Y in Forbidden Woods, and that's it.
That's messed up.
Just Forbidden Woods.
How can you do this?
Because I like it on X, but then there's some leaf pumps for like that one ledge grab, and then that's because of that leaf gets priority on X.
You can't put leaf and Wind Waker on the same button. You have to have different buttons for them.
Unfortunately, they're both the same button for me when they're the top priority. So,
No.
but leaf
Change that.
Leaf pumping takes Omega priority over storage. I'm weird.
Anyway, We were too busy arguing, but PK just ran up Forsaken Fortress thanks to chest storage. And just completely skipped everything.
Zor getting his quiver, so he'll similarly do the swim that PK just did. PK is pretty much done with super swims at this point. Zor, after this, if we don't super swims, will go on to like end game, I guess.
Yeah, unless they do the secret super swim.
I feel like Envad was on pulling that out.
Yeah.
Maybe Aloha when he has his matches
Aloha
coming
could
up.
definitely.
I don't think anyone will do it here. I mean, PK, I think, knows about it. I don't know if he'll actually do it, though.
Zor having trouble getting this peg storage. It is like double frame perfect, so maybe not double, it's like 2 frames in 1 frame or something.
Yeah, so now we're gonna see Helmrock skip. This is where we fight the Helmrock boss, but we can't even kill it if we wanted to. We don't have the hammer. But luckily there's like a million ways to skip it, so
Yeah,
we'll skip it.
even a glitchless speedrun skips this boss fight.
Yeah, pretty much he's just gonna grab a specific spot of a ledge, and then he'll just like climb up and then clip through some floor, and then it can just walk past the spikes. A little more in particular, he's gonna have a thing called critical health, which is just having a heart and a half or less, which is when you get like the beeping noise of low health. And for some reason, it like very, very, very slightly affects your collision and has some effects, such as making this clip automatic, as opposed to if you didn't, you'd need to do a roll clip. Which is kind of annoying, because this is a pretty dumb one to retry if you fail a roll clip.
Yeah.
Oh, Aloha, while you're here, is the HD unbuffered a meme that you're just doing for fun, or are you actually trying to do that? And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that answer, PK is rolling up the spiral.
Yes. Very fun movement, actually. You know, HD runners, they'd be like, going up the Hamrock room with item sliding is so much better. I disagree. I think rolling up's really fun.
The only place I don't like rolling up is Grand Staircase.
Yeah, that is fair.
So yeah, PK is gonna damage down to get critical health, and then I believe he's the dry roll setup.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably, yeah.
Everyone should do the based combo setup now. Totally consistent, I swear.
Opium.
That looks good. Oh no, I don't know.
Wow.
You know, I realized from making that other setup that not only does this setup have like camera inconsistency, but also because of the sidling inconsistency. I never thought about that, but this is like super annoying.
Extra
I feel
bad.
like.
Right, so he just got the clip out of bounds and just go under these spikes. And look at Zor. He's going to do that movement we completely forgot to talk about last time.
Yeah.
Using his chest storage clips into the island, and then you can just run up these walls. And then up here, the walls, they just stop having collision past a certain point, so you can just jump over them.
You mean Leaf, or you mean fake death Leaf wasn't serious, Aloha? You're not gonna actually do it? Damn.
Early Iron Boots wasn't serious.
Surely he'll run the door cancel routes now. It saves like 10 seconds, Aloha. It's totally worth it. Oh, that means you have to do door cancel. Okay, perfect. I expect runs soon. But yeah, now they're both in cutscenes.
But yeah.
Fun fact: you get PK has Master Sword now.
Yeah.
There's cutscenes in this game where they expect you to have certain things, specifically, I guess, equipment items. I guess more specifically, shield and sword. So in this specific part of the game, we're expected to have Hero Shield and Master Sword. But because we didn't have Master Sword, the game just gives it to us. And should we have had not had Hero Shield, we also would get that too. That's kind of cool. One weird thing is that usually in MSS speedruns, we have the pajamas here. And visually, you still would have green tunic here, but it doesn't give you that for some reason.
Yeah.
You just have it visually. And also later, we'll get other stuff from cutscenes too. Yeah, it's an approximation, Aloha, but it's pretty much faster. The comparisons are between my Lotad and you and Awabi's gold, so it's not exactly the best comparison, but I think it definitely is faster. We need to pay Azer or Trog to do a task comparison. Or force Mini to do it.
What? I'm not doing anything.
We need an optimal task comparison. No Lotad. We need an optimal.
I'll do it when you solve tuples.
I'll just put more money into the bounty, and that'll count. Because someone will do it.
Hey, does anyone watching feel like winning $80? Because you can do that if you just find a way to enter Dragon's Cavern without pausing the game. And if you do, please let me know.
I feel like we should repost that bounty. It's been lost to the sands of time.
It's been like 6 months.
Although to be fair, who the heck's even gonna do it?
No one. Someday. Alright, Zhor is just heading up to do his Helmrock skip. We'll see which setup he does. I'm gonna guess SVA.
Yeah. Oh, actually, well, he was kind of interested in that weird Helmrock setup that kind of came about recently, so he might do that one.
I just saw him take damage next to that pot. I don't know what happened.
I actually did find out something else about this setup. You'll see Zhor lining up to a certain spot to start the sidling because sidling is really dumb. I think you can just, at least from my further experimentation, you can just sidle from as far left as possible and it should just work. But yeah, this is a pretty new setup. Not specifically the combo part. Apparently that was some old video that NVAD just found randomly that I've never seen before. And then I found out that if you just pull the Wind Waker and get one of the 50-50 camera angles, you can just buffer the angle. So yeah, that's a cool new setup. It's consistent, technically. Super duper consistent, if you can just sidle good. That's kind of annoying, but yeah, that's cool to see that. Happy that he likes that one, because I think he was having trouble with other setups. Oh, I think I found out, Zhor, that you can if you just sidle as far left as possible, it'll just work too, instead of trying to line up at that specific spot. To be as far left as possible to start the sidle, where it'll let you initially do. I think I would mess around with it, but I was doing it more in runs, and I think I came across to that. Although I did fail once. Oh yeah, barrier skip.
Hey, yeah, there's this big invisible barrier in the way. How will we get past it? So PK. Yeah, there's two parts to this barrier. The first one he's trying to get past is an infinite knockback, but if you just pull the Wind Waker on the same frame, then it cancels it. So he is no longer getting knocked back. And now he's doing a cool position set up to get into a very precise spot. And then he's going to try to get an an equally precise angle. And then he's going to try to drop a bomb frame perfectly by spinning the camera around, just to give a better visual cue. No.
Unfortunately failed. What setup was he doing? I wasn't paying attention.
The best one.
Oh boy. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Did he drop bombs, Mini? Also, am I crazy? I think Tetra pushed him.
Yeah, I think he got hit by Tetra.
So this won't work. Also, since this won't work probably, look at that emote I just found. I was going to reply to Mac, and I think that's a pretty cool emote. That's
I've seen
sick.
that emote.
I've never seen it before.
It is a good one.
Yeah, I'm like pretty confident that he got hit. Kind of hard to tell if that bomb drop was in the right frame because it's like we're just watching a Twitch like stream, but
yeah. So like the thing with this strat is, literally anything goes wrong, it's gonna fail. Like there's no room for messing up. It can make it a bit hard to troubleshoot sometimes.
I feel like it's borderline impossible to troubleshoot unless you literally go like frame by frame of a recording, and even then, I feel like I have trouble explaining to someone. I think that one was a late bomb drop. Oh no.
Oh, really?
His knockback cancel. Hold on. Oh man. Thought he would save it. Oh yeah, Mac's right. He only has one heart. If he gets hit by the bomb 4 more times, he could die.
Oh god.
Oh wait, do I just realize something? I forgot who it was, but I saw a really cool, like I've never seen this before, a really cool way to push Tetra. Someone would place a bomb, and then it would just push her out of the way.
It was Cryptech, I think.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was the video I showed you.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot to I was going to mention that. It's such a cool way to, it immediately gets her out of the way.
I thought it was really cool too.
People should start doing, I'm going to post that video in the Discord after this. Because I feel like a lot of times people just like push until they think it's fine. And even then it's just really annoying to do it.
Yeah.
And it just instantly gets her out of the way. Yeah, I'll... Here, hold on.
PK having trouble with barrier skip. That one felt pretty good. Dang.
I added you in the Discord, Aloha. I posted the video. It's pretty cool.
Zor got his knockback cancel first try. But these guys are basically tied now. Just depends on...
And this is why you should do the slow setups, because then this won't happen.
Oh wow, Zor does my setup too. I did not know that.
He does. Oh my god, he knows how to cater to our hearts. He's doing your setup for position and my setup for angle. A true patriot. I like seeing this because like no one does it. Because usually if you just do the 2 side up, you just know how to manually line it up anyways. I think Jaywist is also doing this now too. Finally.
He's doing the zoom out as well. Right, this could be hype.
The legendary zoom out. I think, yeah, he realized that was a late frame rate on the pause, or like, oh, just a late pause.
Oh my god, he's insane. With the second frame as well.
Oh, really? Damn,
Yeah.
I've missed all these key moments. I was just blankly staring at PK's screen when he was doing the setup.
Damn. And just like that, Zhor is ahead. Can PK get it?
I think that was late. I think it's hard to tell, but I think that was a late bomb drop.
PK has one bomb left. Oh god.
Wait, did he save it all?
I doubt it.
I think he should at least wait. No, he can wait. No, but he does the bomb push ledge clip.
Oh, true.
He needs another bomb. Oh my god.
Yo, ET trial?
Yeah, that would have been fast. I think he should have. He should have. I mean, it's hard to make that call in the heat of the moment, but just try that last one, and then yeah, do late bombs. Well, not literally do late bombs, but get the late bomb drop.
Yeah, go back and get the tingle tuner. Right, well, an interesting turn of events. Zhor is getting ready to do trial skip. I'm not sure which method he does. I assume, yeah, ledge clip.
The reason why he's winning because he's doing all these base setups. Oh, and he okay, well, that makes me just look bad. Come on, dude. You gotta represent for the ledge clippers.
So he's gonna like do some leaf parkour on these little pillar things, get over to the door frame, and then do a ledge clip and leaf behind the door to the loading zone to skip all the trials.
So yeah, Zhor is ahead pretty significantly now, however, as we've alluded to, it's still not over. And in fact, ironically, it's Zhor who's at the end, who is known to have the worst luck at the end. What the hell?
Where is he going?
That's crazy. If that was all an accidental input chain, that's crazy.
Oh, he's getting magic.
No,
that's actually kind of smart.
Oh yeah, I guess if he didn't have skulls anyways. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, I like that. I thought that like he'd accidentally like go to the ledge and somehow accidentally open the door.
That would have been crazy.
I was like, yeah, if that happened to me, like actually, I'd be slamming my desk if I like did all those inputs to accidentally do that. I would be so mad. So yeah, he's gonna try to do another bomb push or a bomb ledge clip, similar to what happened at Forest Haven, to skip the trials. PK probably, or he does do the ledge clip, but the roll clip. But he does a special variant, which is a bomb. What do you partial? I don't know. Bomb ledge clip, I guess, is what it's called.
Partial ledge clip, bomb roll clip, or something.
I don't know. Yeah, so he's gonna use a bomb to partially clip first, and there you go. He got it. Nice. Freedom. Nice. So yeah, it does seem like it's a little. It seems like there's a pretty large gap here, but again, there is RNG at the end that we'll explain later, and it's possible that anyone can win still.
Yeah. So, believe it or not, barrier skip is actually kind of difficult.
Nah, it's free. Although I can't do that setup, so I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk.
And yeah, just to like remind everyone as well, this is like the deciding game. PK's 1-1 game, Zhora's 1-1 game, so whoever wins this wins, and the other person gets knocked out of the tournament forever.
Yeah, this is losers bracket, so they're on their potential last game of the tournament.
So Zhor is just heading to get his light arrows now. through this maze. Somehow he knows the way through this maze. I don't know how, but
Wow.
pretty insane. He's just really good at guessing.
So yeah, we'll see the roll clip from PK. Although the reason why I mentioned he needed bombs is he does this specific way to do it. Usually you can just do a specific ledge grab and leaf to get the partial clip, but here he opts to use a bomb for it. So because he only had one bomb, oh god, so we're almost dying. Someone is ringing my doorbell. I will be right back.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, obviously Zor saved a lot of time compared to PK on barrier skip, but then PK just saved back a bunch of time on trial skip with a very clean first try. So they're actually not too far apart, like maybe a minute and a half-ish. Or a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Let's see, Zor got like a 1:14:20-ish light arrows.
Back, okay. Oh wow, so like that's pretty close actually.
Yeah.
One starting light arrows, one leaving light arrows. Not bad.
Yeah, pretty hype race.
This is just 2 reloads of more. That's a really interesting way to deal with the ground spawn. I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't.
Instead of like, you know how usually you'll have him ground spawn, he goes 180 and shoot.
Yeah.
He held L the entire time and then walked around to the back of the one and then shot it from behind.
That's pretty funny.
Kind of swag.
You may also notice PK pulled a bomb before that door. That just skips a little animation of Link turning around to look at the bars close. Very cool time save.
Yeah, not only can you just die to Ganon pretty easily in the speedrun, but there's a lot of things leading up to Ganon that can easily turn the tide. The biggest being the RNG that we're going to see soon. You lose like 50 seconds every time you don't get it. So if Zor just gets bad RNG twice and PK gets good RNG the first time, suddenly PK is going to be winning.
Yeah, so let's see, PK got like 1:15:35-ish light arrows. Got 36. So yeah, they're literally only like a minute 20-ish apart. So actually pretty close still. Considering all the things that have happened.
Yeah, PK probably would have been like almost done with PG if barrier skip went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah, and,
it's PG.
because we grabbed that quiver earlier, we can actually use the light arrows.
And fun fact, it also gives us ice and fire arrows.
It does, one of which will be important.
Yeah, if we didn't have one of them, the speedrun would be a little bit slower. Like a minute slower, but you know.
It
We would not
also
have
be-
known about it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Whenever this route was made.
Yeah, Papa Ganon is basically just sniping with the bow.
Yeah, usually it's just at the boomerang, although I find that harder to begin with. But yeah, we're to do some proper snipes. The first phase is the hardest, at least in speedrunning sense. 3 phases, 3 hits each. Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, and they're probably going to try to take some intentional damage towards the end as well. In preparation for another zombie hover. Potentially 2 more zombie hovers.
I know that PK knows how to do it.
Yeah, I
know if
don't
he'll go
think
for it.
Zor does.
I
Well,
don't mean
maybe.
to
I don't know.
brag, but I hit it all 3 times. Actually, no, 2 times in my last match when I went for it. I'm just that crazy.
That's pretty giga, Chad.
Yeah, which is surprising because this is for some reason in this room I can't mash for that hover, so I was surprised I got it twice. But yeah, now Zora's gonna start. Oh, that
Barely missed that.
my eyes deceived me there.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna hit.
And his
Unfortunately,
foot was in the way.
It was his thigh, dude. It was the bigger ball.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh wow, that was a weird sign. But it worked. Right in the chest.
Yeah, these are like all like near misses, which is annoying.
Yeah.
And suddenly, this match is pretty close. like even because I don't.
Yeah.
He hasn't hit. He's hit
God.
one.
He's hit one, yeah.
And no magic. And PK's about to start the fight, and ideally we'll get 2 pretty quick shots and could tie this back up. One magic.
He only got one oh god, that's so unfortunate. Wow, okay.
So yeah, for all intensive purposes, because unless he hits these 2 shots, he has to wait for magic again.
Go
also, he's
on.
not gonna have magic for.
PK also missed that first shot. Oh my god, this is crazy. Have we had 2 people on first phase PG at the same time before?
Probably, I don't know, but I think this is fine either way, because Zhor had to wait on second phase anyways if you hit that shot. So this specific instance of failing is not too bad, because again he would have had to wait for magic anyways.
Yeah.
That looked weird too. He was like stuck in the wall. Dude, that's crazy.
And PK's done.
Okay, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back.
Alright.
Nothing crazy happened while we were gone.
When did we go away?
I think right after Zhor had. I don't know if people saw the weird PG thing with one of the arms being cut. I think
Zhor.
After that happened, that's where we went off. But that was crazy.
Crazy PG.
Yeah,
Right.
Aloha, that was weird, dude. I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
That's
he had one arm hanging down. What is this strat? He's targeting. This
My
is not
brother
how
in
you...
Christ.
This
I
is not
think-
how you do PG.
I think the first phase might have done some mental damage. Dude, honestly, the crazy thing about that too is that oh my god. The arm is out of bounds. And I think he's trying to stun? Okay. Yeah, this is adorable. This is all... He might die. Okay, now he's safe again, but... The thing about the arm cutting thing, too, is that I don't think that prompts a restring at all.
Oh
so
god, this is scary. This is not good. He's dead.
Over. To the skies. No.
Well... Rip.
Well, however,
That is unfortunate.
it is still not over. Because PK could just get so astronomically unlucky that Zhor could have time to beat PG again.
It would only be fair after Zhor's RNG last time.
And luckily, he doesn't have to watch the cutscene again. The fight will just start immediately, and hopefully we'll have a clean slate on this fight, and we'll imagine that the last one never happened. Although there was some pretty interesting stuff that happened, so maybe we'll remember it. Because that first phase was crazy.
Yeah, so let's talk about what PK's doing. So, basically, we don't have the grappling hook, so we cannot just climb this room normally. So what he is doing is he is shooting from below.
You can grab that ledge?
What is going on? There's some morphs, some little enemies on the platform above. You can hit them with a fire arrow from underneath, and then if they bounce in a good way, then they can burn the lid of the warp pot. So we can just take the warp pot to the top. But the way they bounce is just RNG, so each morph is a 1 in 5 chance. And there are 2 morphs. So PK is currently just reloading and trying this fire arrow shot over and over until he gets good luck.
Yeah, Zora back on phase 1. Opting to wait for the slow shots. We would have been pretty much tied up had he not died, but things happen.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit. Zor's health again.
Yeah, he's gonna need to get some health to get magic. And
He does some interesting snipes.
yeah, he opts to aim like more right.
Yeah, he gets like the tail as it's swinging back the other way.
Oh, that almost hit. So yeah, if I were him, I would kill a couple and then get hard Zelda. It seems that we're just going for it. He needs to hit this next shot though. He needs to hit this next shot. It's gonna be pretty bad if he doesn't.
Yeah, the enemies in this fight, they'll only, like, if you have less than 1.5 hearts, then... Wait, is it 1.5? No, it's less than 2. If you have 2 hearts or less, they will only drop hearts. And PK got his heart.
Yeah, so at this point, it should theoretically be... The winner is pretty apparent, although there's still more cover and you could still bat again. Although now it's just down to skill. The RNG's done.
Pretty much. So yeah, PK is getting ready to do Morph Hover. So we don't have the grappling hook and we also don't have the hook shot. And hook shot is how you're supposed to get to this final platform. But we don't have it, so we're going to have to do a zombie hover. And to heal from the zombie hover, we use this morph. And we slash it at the same time as it grabs onto Link to put it in a weird glitched state that will make it always drop a heart. Because normally it doesn't drop a heart unless you kill it with the sword. But right now, we're going to kill it with the bow, but it thinks it's been killed by the sword, so it's going to drop a heart anyway. Getting into position. He's got this second morph for his safety heart. And he is in. That was a pretty good morph hover.
I'm interested to see what try morph Zora gets. If it's like first try, that'll be kind of unfortunate. But yeah, unless something goes horribly wrong in Ganon, which is possible, because he does 1 heart of damage, so if he just gets caught in the barrage once, he could die, and then has to do Morph Hover again. But I think at this point,
yeah,
that has to happen for Zora to have a chance.
I mean, definitely. There's no way PK's spending like 7 minutes on on Ganon without dying. But Zor has famously bad luck when it comes to these morphs, so we'll see. So remember, each morph is a 1 in 5 chance. Yesterday he had 24 failed morphs, which I did the math, so I think it was like 0.4% chance.
Yeah, it'd be kind of poetic if you got it like first try here.
Yeah.
It would be kind of sad because I mean, again, it's hard. It wouldn't play out the same had he not died because it's all RNG anyways. But theoretically, had he got first try and not died, he would probably be ahead right now.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. First try, let's go.
Thank
Damn.
God. Saved. I feel like this is the one time you don't want first try. So there is a leaderboard for worst morph in this tournament. Zor does have the worst. He could technically continue even if PK wins to see if he can beat his previous high score. Although that's gonna be kind of hard. Hopefully kind of hard. Unless he just gets super bad RNG again.
Whoa, Zelda speedruns his rating. Hello, this is Wind Waker. We are at the end of this race, basically. But you never know what could happen. Oh, we got it.
Second
Nice.
try. Oh, he pulled leaf. That sucks. I guess he's damaging down, but he would have fallen during that cutscene. Should be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, so PK entering his Ganondorf fight, Zor about to do Morph Hover.
Yeah, PK is coming up on time. Quick recap: this is a tournament for 90% no MSS. It's a double elimination best of 3. This is losers bracket. This is game 3. So PK is looking to win, and that means Zor will be eliminated, and PK will move on to the next losers round.
I like how Zor just threw the fairy part away.
Wait a minute. Wait, was it you and I commentating that one game where the fairy like?
With PK?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the fairy like came up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What if that happens?
I think that might have been the seeding race.
Maybe. So yeah, PK starting the fight. It's 3 phases. The way you move on to the next phase, just doing enough damage to reach a threshold. So, doing a bunch of damage right now. And then phase 2 will start. And then similar with the phase 2, you just do enough damage, and in phase 3, you just redirect it a light arrow, and it's done.
Alright. Has phase 1 with no problems.
MSS is manual super swim. It's a trick to get the Wind Waker immediately by swimming from outset to Dragon Roost immediately. It's the pausing one that you repause a bunch of times. See, at this point, phase 1 is the scariest part, I feel like, to do fast. So
Yeah.
I think at this point, PK is pretty safe, unless Zelda trolls him
Yeah,
really
we'll
hard
see.
right now.
Right, come on, Zelda, you got this.
So that's looking like
And
time.
there we go. GG to PK. And also, yeah, while that fight was happening, I saw Zor got a really nice Morph Hover. He golded by 2 minutes even with second try on the Morph.
So yeah, with that,
there we go.
PK
That was
has won.
that was honestly like the most insane race I think we've had this tournament. That was wild.
So yeah, with that, PK will now move on to losers round 3, and face against a Nimzo.
Ooh.
That'll be an interesting match. This next round is
There are some races.
it's getting to that point where it's pretty crazy. There should hopefully be restreams of everyone because they're crazy.
Yeah. Hey, PK.
Hello.
How's it going? How was your run?
Not well. I really hate to be the speedrunner trope of my run was so bad, but like that barrier skip was unacceptable. I gotta.
It was something. You lost what, like 8 minutes, 7 minutes?
Yeah, like 8 minutes, which is like unfortunate because up until, well, really, last game with Zor yesterday, my barrier skips have been incredible, like really, really fast, and then like this weekend it's just been terrible.
At least your trial skip was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I just told myself after that barrier skip, like, I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, trial
Yeah,
skip was good, and I think the Puppet fight was like good enough, I guess. I mean, phase 1 could have been a little faster.
Yeah, I don't know if you were watching Zor at all, but he had a wild Puppet fight. It was insane.
I occasionally watch the stream a little bit. I saw that when I was on Grand Staircase, Zor was already in the Puppet cutscene, so I started freaking out, like, oh, I gotta have an amazing Puppet in first try Morth. And then when
Yeah.
I entered the Ganondorf fight, I saw that he was still fighting Puppet Ganon, so I was a little confused about that.
Yeah, so basically he was having some trouble sniping Puppet Ganon, and then he somehow shot down one of the strings attached to like his arm or his leg or something. And then the tail was just like moving around in insane ways, and like it was impossible to aim for it. And then he died.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought happened.
But yeah, like it was so weird. Like the tail was just swinging around, and then it stopped swinging.
It was going down, left, up, right, and then when it would do the slow swing, it would just stop moving entirely. It was weird.
Oh, so it wasn't like dragging on the floor or anything?
No, he just cut the arm, so PG was like lopsided, and then the tail went to the lopsided side, and then it was just like higher up.
Oh.
Like, I feel like we've never seen that happen.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest races, I think. Like, Outset, not much happened, and then FF1, Zor accidentally threw away his sticks. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
Like, he just picked up the pot and yeeted it off the side.
In Game 2, yesterday, I was at FF1, and I got a Bokoblin slide, and I slid off the platform, and I grabbed ledge, luckily, so I didn't, like, fall off entirely, but that freaked me out.
That's crazy. But yeah, just Zor's Decatry custom skip luck as well.
Oh yeah, he got like 2 or 3 no right sides and had to reload in the potion shop. And then failed the cutscene skip.
So.
Yeah, anyway, Zor is doing his fight right now. Hopefully he gets it.
So, another thing that I struggled with besides barrier skip was, jumping off of the cabana to the...
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Is there, like, a specific spot I should climb to not get the baby hop?
I am unsure, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been having trouble randomly, too. Also, I know that Mini does it kind of differently. He, like, grabs earlier, then walks along the side, right?
I do that, but I've been trying not to. I just kind of do it automatically. I think you want to just grab, like, the back and just walk off.
Yeah, I also tried grabbing a side and then giving myself a running start, but that seemed to make it worse.
Yeah, like, in theory, you think it's better, but it just doesn't.
And with this, hopefully, I think Zor's done. Oh,
wow, Zelda did not want to shoot. Thanks, Zelda. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't. Please. Don't do this.
Spoopy. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, we're saved.
Hey.
That was scary. Zelda's light arrows can damage you, by the way.
Yes.
And with that, that is GG. The race is over.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
That was weird at the end. She took forever to shoot after I talked to her. Did you guys saw that, right?
Yes.
I was like,
Zelda likes to troll us.
Taking her sweet time.
I'm like, please shoot me, please. Yeah, no, I don't know what happened at PG. I like
That was crazy.
this whole run, my hands have been super shaky, and like so many things have been like messing up because of that. Like on Deku Tree cutscene skip, I like went too far to the right because like my hand like kind of like twitched and I went too far. It was the most annoying thing ever. I was like, oh my god, because that totally would have worked too if I was like
Yeah.
one directional input to the left further. Like it would have definitely worked. But that's how it goes. Sometimes you have days where you're like really on it and you're like hitting everything, and other days you're just like, you're just like not playing the best. So whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but I mean, both of you had some crazy things happen during that run. That was so exciting.
Yeah, it was. That was very interesting.
It was like back and forth the whole run. You guys swapped leads like 10 times on Outset alone.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like, I'm pretty sure as soon as I talked to Errol like a second time after getting the telescope, I thought to myself, "Yep, Zor took the lead."
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I save warped off of Orca, I accidentally needed info on the telescope because I just wanted to know how it worked.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. So
yeah, it was literally like, all right, Zora's ahead. Oh no, he bonked into the tree. Okay, PK's ahead. Oh no, he failed. He failed quick parry, so Zora's ahead. Oh no, he failed it too. Now PK's ahead.
I almost failed the like going up the, I don't know, like the slope to the like trees that you have to cut. I almost like jumped off the side because my hands were all twitchy, man. I was making like bad movements. I don't know what I was doing. It was terrible.
Yeah, you had some trouble with the sticks in FF1. I saw.
Yeah, I like in the back of my mind, I knew that the shield thing was the thing, and then but I was like, oh, I don't know, like speedrunner brain, like this is what I do every time, like, like what do I do when something goes wrong? I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah, that was a crazy race. That was very enjoyable to watch.
That was a lot of fun. Oh, that sucks. I'm not doing any more races now. I wish I was doing more, but hey, that's how it goes. Maybe I'll race in my own head when other people race. I'll just on the back line.
We gotta get the community races going again.
I don't know, man. I feel like people don't really want to race the MSS with all the tournament.
Yeah, but people want to race. And
I guess it also can be practice. Yeah.
I love racing, man. Racing
Master Sword
I'll
races.
limit 100% race.
Well, I don't know about the 100% part. I'll do regular bug limit.
I won't.
I'll race bug limit.
But yeah, we'll figure stuff out. But yeah, with that, this match is over. PK will be moving on to fight Nimzo. That'll be interesting. I think all the upcoming matches of the next round.
Let's just go over all the races. Let's see.
Is going to be pretty interesting. I think Gymnast Aloha is going to be the most exciting.
Yeah. So round.
Oh, that's good.
In the winners bracket, we got myself versus EJ, your fellow commentators for this run. We will be battling it out. And then you got Jim versus Aloha Kirby, which are that's going to be a crazy race. They're both really good. And then we got PK versus Nimzo, and J-Wist versus Gobbity Bobbity. So everyone now has a sub 120, so anything could happen.
Yeah. And from now until I race Nimzo, I plan on grinding this game a lot because I recently just got a lot more free time. So
nice.
I will have plenty of time to practice this and maybe work on the practice ROM a little bit, ? Depending on how my practice goes.
It'll help you practice, so you should finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to practice as well. I think if I don't do any runs, I'm just gonna get wiped, so
You might spend 8 minutes at barrier skip.
I might have to practice a little. I might do some runs, who knows. Even though I was trying to stop doing Wind Waker. I have to prepare for this next one, or else I have zero chance.
I hate this category. 126 is good. See it.
Back
to any percent.
There's a title in the credits, like a position that was GBA planning. I just never noticed that. Interesting. Moving on. Yeah, so that's that match. Yeah, hopefully people who are out continue to run other stuff. Or no MSS, I don't know. Whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
mean, that's what I've been seeing so far, is people that I don't think are in the tournament anymore are still playing Wind Waker, so that's cool to see.
Yeah, everyone should start doing door cancel leaf. This is my daily propaganda.
As soon as I'm eliminated from the tournament, that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
I don't believe you, but I want to believe you.
I want to be the best run with that strat, so then whenever a new person comes in saying I want to do any percent with manual super swim, everyone will say
It is the
check out
fastest.
PK's
We need to
run.
get on this now.
Yeah. Spread the propaganda. Door cancel
Yeah.
route.
I made a bad video last night. The information's out there. But yeah, those next matches will probably happen. Well, the deadline is 2 weeks, but at least I think the only one that's been scheduled so far is Minnie and I, which will happen next Saturday, I think.
Yeah, next Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
And usually, I feel like Jim and Aloha probably schedule theirs pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think usually
So far, Jim has been doing his matches on like day 1 of every round.
And again, I think that one will be very, very interesting.
Yeah,
I think that is the most influential match for the rest of the tournament. Because I think
Probably.
that one will make semifinals very interesting. I guess winners finals in this case. And then I think whoever out of Jim and Aloha gets sent to losers will also make that part really interesting.
yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, hopefully all these races get restreams because they're all going to be pretty good. But with that, I feel like we're done for now. Really fun race. GG's both.
Yeah, GG's
Yeah,
PK. That was
GG's.
great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, GG to both of our runners, Zor and PK Slam. Also, thank you to our commentators, Minimi and EJ. Make sure to give both of them a follow. Also, don't forget to give the runners a follow. As you mentioned already, the next Wind Waker WaveCrash races will be next week on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, between today's commentators. And next up here on ZSR, we have at 7:20 Eastern, Ocarina of Time randomizer standard tournament match over at CSR main. Let me check. Oh, that's later one and the upcoming one at 1:20 Eastern is also an Ocarina of Time randomizer tournament match on ZSR main. So, also check our schedule for more Zelda content. As soon as other races are scheduled, we will get them on our calendar. Any final words?
Just GG's. Thanks for watching. And
Yeah, I'm all
tournament
set
will be
here.
hype.
And we will be raiding over to Coco Jamin. He seems to practice any percent or even MSS right now.
Hog.
Nice.
So we will see how he reacts to our raid. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time here on ZSR.